The Hive Palace of Kathari was silent, too silent for a world that normally thrummed with the gentle hum of millions of insectoid minds. Now it felt hollow. Dim, morning. Queen Ricala, mother of 10,000, sat curled against the obsidian pillar of a throne room, her silvered wings folded tight. Her two youngest daughters, little more than larvae, had vanished during the evacuation of Outpost Theta. No trace, no signal, no remains. For a species that feels emotion collectively, the queen's grief washed across the palace like a storm, and her subjects bowed their heads beneath its weight. "Your Majesty," whispered her advisor. "Bricks. We have searched every corridor. They are lost." The queen let out a tremor that cracked the pillar behind her. Lost her daughters, her last link to her dying lineage. The Hive wept with her. And then footsteps. Heavy, distinct, human. Every warrior in the chamber snapped to attention. Spears pointed toward the entrance. A silhouette appeared, broad-shouldered, dusty, limping slightly. Commander Elias Ford stepped into the throne room, but no one looked at him. They looked at what walked beside him. Two tiny, alien princesses clutching his fingers, wobbling on their feet, their wings fluttering with excitement as they chirped in delight. The queen froze. Her daughters squeaked and ran forward on spindly legs, abandoning the humans' hands to collapse against their mother's chest. The palace erupted into a stunned, trembling hum. Elias stood there awkwardly, like a man who'd accidentally walked into the wrong family reunion. One of the warriors hissed and pointed a blade at him. "You dare touch royal hatchlings. That is punishable by thanking him," the queen whispered. Her voice rippled through the hive like thunder. She rose, daughters clinging to her neck, and approached the human. Her enormous form towered over him, shadowing him entirely. "Explain," she demanded softly. Elias cleared his throat. "Well, funny story. Your evacuation plan had some flaws." He held up a charred datapad. "These two fell through a collapsed event shaft. The scanners couldn't pick up their biosigns through the radiation field. I only heard them because one of them was crying." The smaller princess chirped indignantly at him. "Okay," screaming, he corrected with a grin. "So I dug them out, patched their cuts, fed them my emergency rations, which they ate all of, and carried them through 3 kilometers of tunnel while dodging drones that wanted to turn me into paste." The queen blinked. "And you protected them?" Elias shrugged. "Figured they needed someone tall to reach the buttons." The Hive whispered in disbelief. Humans were known as chaotic, unpredictable, and dangerously emotional. But loyal, protective, that was a new myth forming right before their eyes. One of the princesses tugged on the queen's antenna and pointed at Elias. Then she made a sign. The Hive recognized instantly. "Friend," the queen's breath hitched. "You've risked your life," she said, "for children not of your species." "Why?" Elias looked genuinely puzzled. "Why wouldn't I?" The Hive fell silent. Humans were strange. In all the recorded histories of the Kathari, no outsider had ever risked their life for royal larvae. None had returned to Lost Air alive. There would be songs about this snow. Epics. The queen extended a trembling hand, a gesture usually reserved for allies of the highest honor. Elias hesitated. Your Majesty. Who's check-in? This isn't the we adopt you, then he too gesture, right?" A shocked hiss filled the room. The queen actually left a crystalline, vibrating sound. "No, human. It means you are welcome in the Hive. For as long as you walk this galaxy." Elias shook her offered hand. "Then I'm honored." The two princesses immediately clambered onto him again, one onto his shoulder, the other stuffing his pockets with shiny palace stones. "Hey, stop decorating me!" he protested gently. "They're calling you shiny guardian," the queen translated. "It is affectionate." Elias sighed. "Great. I'm a climbing tree now." The queen leaned closer, her vast eyes soft with gratitude. Commander, thank you. You have returned not only my daughters, but my hope. He gave a small nod. Any time, Your Majesty. The Hive hummed in agreement, a resonant chorus that shook the palace walls. And for the first time in months, the Queen's grief eased. Because a human reckless, stubborn, impossibly compassionate, had walked into the darkness, holding her daughter's hands, and brought them home.